Hello, everyone. I'm Mark.
And I'm Rob.
And welcome to Mark and Rob's Sports Showdown, one of the hottest and best sports talk shows in the universe. And why am I saying universe? Well, let's say in the NBA and in baseball, they say world champions. So we're saying universe champions because we include Martians because we don't care what skin color you are. We like green people. So that's why I say universe. Just want you to know that. Anyways, hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, we need some more subscribers. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell at the same time so you get notified of our next videos. If you like this video, hit the like button. Live shows tonight. Rob won't be there, but he's there almost every Monday. We don't do it on major holidays, obviously. It's 7 to 8 Eastern time. You can call in. Okay, Rob. Well, we had a very frustrating game last night, as probably everyone knows. It was a 1-point loss that should have been about a 15-point win, I believe. And
Yes.
Rob, I guess I'll let you go first. Give me your takes.
First off, actually, it was a great game for people who've never watched the WNBA. I think it brought in a lot more fans. It was really, both teams played really hard. It was enjoyable. Both the rookies, all three of the rookies played very well. And so it was an exciting game if you were a WNBA fan. But let me tell you, coach for Fever blew that game. Totally blew that game.
You think, Rob?
I don't know what
No,
she was
come on,
doing.
you're being too hard on
as far
him.
as like a defensive. I'm being nice to her. There's more things I'd like to say, but I can't say.
Say whatever you want.
But yeah, you have a 15-point lead, okay, and then also you had Smith guarding Reese was killing her. Literally. I was going to down 911 for abuse.
I thought the refs helped
because
a little on that. I thought some of
the
refs
helped, but
refs help.
But the main thing is that she should have switched off into a zone or something. She was allowing Reese to get posted up on Smith all day long. You got to switch up the defense, switch to a zone.
Why don't you just why don't you put Boston on her for a while just to see how that works? It can't hurt.
Anything, but
yeah,
it was obviously she was just killing it. It really was horrible coaching. And then in the fourth quarter, you forgot about one of your best players on the team to have the ball.
Who's that?
Who was having a great game. Let's see. What is her name? Starts with a C, ends with a C. Caitlin Clark, huh?
Oh, she's on the team?
I don't know. Not in the fourth quarter, it seems like.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't seem like in the fourth quarter she was. Even though she was having a great game with assists, shooting, rebound, all around great game. Even defense. I think she had 4 steals for defense. And she left her out of the game. And then you can see the frustration on Clark's face on the sidelines. It's like, what are you doing? What the hell are you doing? The coach just she just lost it in the fourth quarter. And that's what really lost the game. And then she blames it on the player, not her. She blames it on the players, saying like, "Oh, Clark this and my players, Who controls the players? You do. You're the freaking coach. What are you talking about?" She's gone. I was saying that someone's lurking in the Iowa coach is in the background, but I think she's got to go. Besides, she's a horrible, horrible coach.
You done?
Yeah.
And we're not going to do this all in one video because it'll be too long. But we're going to do a separate video that she needs to be fired. I'm going to do a separate video that Mitchell and Wheeler both have to go, and Wheeler needs less playing time, fewer minutes. And we'll do a separate video that she's sabotaging Caitlin Clark's talent and career. At least not her whole career, but her rookie year. So I'm going to touch on those topics. But first thing, I didn't think refs officiating was very good. I thought they favored the home team again. So I thought the officiating was favorable towards Reese and against Smith. A couple of those drives to the basket looked like Smith was moving her feet and just put her hands up straight and didn't body into her and got called for a foul. I didn't understand the foul calls on some of those. Now, be that as may, she got completely outplayed regardless of whether or not the refs were in her favor or not. And you know what? How can she lose rebounds to somebody? Angel Reese can't even get off the ground. Now, she's aggressive and she has long arms, but box her out, for heaven's sakes. Angel Reese does not jump, and she's still getting all these rebounds. That shows you how bad the WNBA is. She's only 6'3". She's got long arms for a 6'3" person. But I still don't understand why she gets so many rebounds. People don't box her out because she can't jump. So, I don't know. She's a great rebounder, but that shows you how bad the rebounding is in the NBA. Wheeler does not belong in the game in the fourth quarter. Now, remember the other game? She got in the fourth quarter and she hit a couple lucky shots. One, she was completely covered and she hit a high arcing two. And then the other time she did like a hook shot almost from the free throw line. Shot she's never going to make normally, right? And I guess that gave the coach the false impression she's being in the fourth quarter. She shouldn't be. She ruins the whole offense. She doesn't work well with Clark at all. And I'll give you, for instance, Clark gets the ball and passes it to a wide open Wheeler who's only, I don't know, somewhere between 12 and 16 feet away. And she looks at the basket. Her defender's like a mile away from her. She looks at the basket and doesn't shoot. And then she drives to the basket into an 8-foot person and turns the ball over.
Right.
Did you see that play? I was in shock.
Yes, I did.
Now, in the fourth quarter of the game, I just told you, she did just the opposite. She was completely covered by a woman taller than her, and she shoots the two when she's not even open. Now, tell me, that made no sense. Just shoot the ball. She's wide open. The defender wasn't even on her.
I saw that play, and I would have stood up as a coach. I would have said, shoot the ball. You're wide open. What are you doing?
She's clueless. She is. Now, Mitchell won't pass the ball to Clark or anybody else. She can't catch the ball. I can't believe she's the best athlete on the team. Someone tell me why she can't catch the ball. She's got butterfingers. She's got to do those drills that they do in the NFL. Why do you think the NFL receivers are better receivers and have better hands than they did 50 years ago? Because they do drills. They do drills from machines that come at them like this at all different angles. Well, that's why they get good at it. Mitchell needs to do that.
There are passing drills that they have for basketball, too, that she can work on. They have it's called a spring back machine where you throw the ball into it and it comes back and you catch it. So that's what she should do. We had that 2,000 years ago.
That should have been the first one. She just misses. The next one is she's driving to the basket and she bobbles it, and then that's why she has to do reverse layup, because she bobbles it a little bit and she misses the shot. And then it's right by the sideline and she lets it bounce in front of her feet and go out of bounds. Like she totally misjudged the ball coming.
And then with the no passing, Clark passed two or three times. Clark passed up a wide open 3-pointer, and she passed it to Mitchell in the corner.
I saw that one time. The one time she did that because she was on a roll and assist, and she just goes, you know what? I want another assist. Mitchell's wide open.
Yeah,
she's good at 3-point shots. I'll just shoot. I thought she should have taken the shot. I think that
I should. Yeah,
that's what she should have shot. I don't know why she did that. Besides the fact that she was trying to pile up assists, she should have just taken that shot. Clark was wrong for that, but Mitchell hit the shot, so it didn't hurt him at all. But I don't understand a lot of things about their offense, Rob. When it's working, why do they abandon what's working? It should only if you do the same thing every time and they're not stopping, you keep doing. Obviously, you want to mix it up. They had a game plan to go to Boston. That's the number one plan for Coach Sides. But they decided, okay, we're going to put some variety in the offense, give Clark the ball. So they were doing the first quarter. She was in a little trouble because Cardozo's 6'7". Then she went a lot more to her in the second quarter. And then at halftime, the bobbleheads there, who supposedly know a lot about basketball, analysts said, oh, she went to the second quarter a lot. I don't know why they didn't do that earlier and didn't do it more. Well, why do you think they did that? Cardozo's butt was on the bench, and you had a much shorter person on Boston. So that's why they did it. They did it 3 times in a row. They did like 4 out of 5, and it was very effective. And I don't know why they got away from that. They need to continue that. Every time Cardozo doesn't play as many minutes as Reese does. In fact, she only played 28 minutes as opposed to 36. So that's 12 minutes where she's on the bench. That every time she does that, Clark goes, 6'7"'s on the bench. I'll go to her. At halftime, I can't figure out why they didn't point that out. And neither did Rebecca Lobo or Ryan Rocco. Neither one figured that out, but picked it up. I thought it was obvious. Yeah,
it was just like the last game when they had that. Boston and Clark, when they have that advantage, they really play well together. I mean, she gives that nice little soft bounce pass where Boston can handle it and then turn around and do her move. And then they got away from that. I don't know, but
all right. So, anyways, Clark should have had like 20 assists.
Yeah.
And a lot fewer turnovers because they were all drop passes. And I can't believe that they scored that way. But anyways,
real quick, Mark, speaking of that, what about the last 7 seconds when she made that pass? and I think it was Walsh, or it might have been Walsh. She fumbled the ball, could have had an easy go-ahead layup.
Walsh missed it. I don't know if she got fouled or not, but Here's some random things. Clark's still not bending her knees on defense. Okay, she needs to bend her knees when she's doing man-on-man defense, on-ball defense. Okay, so there was a play. All right, so Mitchell's defense is becoming worse and worse for some reason. She can't cover Carter. Carter's too good for her.
No.
But Carter's not a three-point shooter generally. She's probably working on her game now. She's got a great two-point game, and she's one of the few women in the WNBA who can score around the basket other than a layup.
Yeah.
She really is
she's got a great mid-range game, yes.
She's very talented and very fast. She's as fast as Mitchell. She may have a faster first step, a bigger first step anyways. All of a sudden, Carter's out on the three-point line, and Mitchell's like 20 feet away from her. They pass it to Carter, and she hits the shot. But anyways, Mitchell was covering her, and Carter missed almost no shots in the first half.
That was another one where she got another 911 call for abuse. She was killing it. And that comes with coaching also. Another situation. So why don't you put Hull on her? Somebody switch up. Obviously, the person she can't guard her. Either go to a zone. I would have gone to a zone at least once to throw them off, especially when there's two big persons in there. Go to a zone, make them move the ball around, more time off the clock. You got the arms and legs out there, But I mean, she just kept on having them play man to man, and they were getting killed inside by Reese, and then outside, but with Carter.
Right. So another time, Clark drives to the basket, and it looked like Reese was there, but she was kind of like Reese was underneath the basket, so she had a shot. She had a layup shot. She didn't take it. She drove right past it and circled around. I have no idea why she did that. Reese has got her intimidated or something. She's got to shoot that.
Yeah.
Your drop layup, whatever. It wasn't even like Reese was right, blocking the path for the layup on the right-hand side. I was, if you go watch the film, I haven't rewatched the game. I just watched it. I noticed that. I didn't understand. Reese was staring down Smith twice in the first quarter. And then afterwards, after she scored on her, she did it again. She said something and she never got a warning and she never got a technical. Well, I don't know, Rob. You were a ref. Well, tell me why.
Well, you know why? Because Smith was talking smack to her. She was talking smack to Reese, telling her that she's too small.
Well, I saw 2 stare downs in the NBA that you would have got a technical or a warning for that. I don't know, but these, of course, some people have special whistles. Look, Clark played an absolutely great game, and I'll get to that. But I'm just pointing out the little things she does wrong. So people say, "Oh, all we do is praise Clayton Clark." She was covering DeShields, and for some reason, she broke off from DeShields and just let her trail over to the 3-point line and was, again, 20 feet away. They shot at DeShields, and Shields hit a 3-point shot. Clark can't do that. She can't go helping underneath for no reason. There was no reason for her help underneath. She's got to stay on her person. She's got to be on-ball defense. It's got to be better. So, anyways, but be that as may, Clark was fantastic for the first 3 quarters, and she could have been for 4 quarters if the coach didn't take the game away from her. So like suddenly she sticks Wheeler in and just takes away everything they were doing properly, everything they were doing that was working when she took Wheeler in. I knew that was going to happen as soon as I said Wheeler had a lucky fourth quarter in the fourth quarter again.
It's like then the air. It's like she let the air out of the balloon. It was just all of a sudden just like dead air. It's just like everything just like stopped, like you said. I was like, okay. I'm like, wow, this is not a good move.
Forget that Wheeler is the 7th highest paid person in the league and has a max contract and has $250,000. Forget that. You've got to win games or you're going to get fired. Right. And Wheeler in the fourth quarter is not going to happen. I'm going to say this one more time. She should play 5 minutes a game when Clark sits out the first 3 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the fourth. And that's when Clark should be playing the whole first quarter, the rest of the second after the 3 minutes, and then the rest of the third after she sits out too, and the whole third quarter. Then she gets the rest in between the quarters.
She shouldn't be in crunch time.
Pardon me? She should what?
Yeah, she shouldn't be in a crunch time. Yeah, at crunch time,
5 minutes a game. That's it. She should not be on the court with Clark. All it does is slow things down, and the whole offense is discombobulated when she's in there.
Yeah.
But that's my feeling. I don't know why they didn't switch defenders or go to his own, Rob. I was talking about that before. But I feel that the Fever lost the game. I felt like the coach lost the game.
Coach, I agree. It wasn't a team. It was a coach. Definitely the coach. She didn't know how to coach near the end of the game and into the fourth quarter or make adjustments. as a coach, you make adjustments. If something's happening, you switch up. Even if it's like, okay, we'll play a zone for 30 seconds or even a minute. At least to change up something. Or offense, we're going to do this. Just to do something to change up the game. Don't just keep doing the same thing over and then it's not working. I've had players come up to me during timeout and say to me, Coach, we got to change our out of bounds play. They already know about it. I go, okay, we'll run the line instead of the box out of bounds. So
there was a lot of missed layups again, and even air balls that came up. So I don't understand what Coach Side is doing. She wants everybody to do her offense, which is a dumb offense, and she wants her to trust the process. And she's got Clark hesitating now shooting. You got the best shooter she could be. She could have the highest shooting percentage if just the offense and her teammates were better. I mean, look at how hot she is with 3-point shots lately. Now that she's got some rest and she get used to her teammates and their couple screens. You got the best shooter at least in logo threes, and she's hesitating shooting now. Like it's almost like you can feel it. The coach tells her not to shoot very much, just run the offense and pass it to her teammates. And she's doing plenty of passing. 11 shots. That's not enough. She's got to shoot more. At least 15 shots a game.
Everybody else shot more. Who's seen Mitchell shot more? Who else? Let's see. Mitchell shot more than her. Boston shot more than her.
Mitchell shot 18 times.
They all shot more, but
Boston shot 14. And Smith, 15, who wasn't even playing well, but she shot 10. 11 times, and a person who was 5 for 9 and the 3-point line. I don't understand. As soon as she gets hot on 3 points, you should be force feeding her ball and setting screens and picks for her to get some shots.
Like, come on.
It's not that hard. I never coached basketball.
No,
I can see you have a hot player. You go to your hot player. I don't understand. What is wrong with her? She's so inflexible. She's so stubborn. That's going to be your downfall as a coach. And
she's got to be more flexible. I've learned that during coaching. I mean, you got to be flexible. There's certain things you want to keep on doing. Like I said, I listen to my players. Sometimes I'll let them know what I see because they're out there playing too, and they see. So I listen to them, and I won't say, "Well, no, we're gonna do this anyway. I don't care what you say." No, it's just like, okay, coach, let's try this part here. Okay, let's try it. Then if it doesn't work, let's go back to where it was. But you can see on the sidelines that Clark was very frustrated, especially at the end. They were, she just kind of walked away and was like, okay, fine, we'll do it your way, fine.
So let's talk about the players getting playing time. Again, I already said what I thought about Wheeler. Mitchell, you just need a different coach to correct Mitchell's bad habits from doing that, and she needs to catch the ball. If you do that and get her to improve on her defense, she could be a great player. But you can't trade her right now because you're not going to get value for that. But if you have a good coach, you'll take the Mitchell's offensive ability, athletic ability, and turn it into a really great player. But of course, size can't. She couldn't develop me into beating a 10-year-old in basketball. All right. So she's that pathetic as a coach. She's the worst coach I've ever seen. And the problem is you drafted Celeste Taylor, who is 2-time, not all defense, 2-time defensive player of the year in the ACC and then the Big Ten when she changes school. And you haven't given her a chance to show what she can do the entire season. And then you have Wallace that plays, and she plays below average defense. Yeah. And you have Hall, who plays better defense than her, has long, lanky arms and hustles more, not getting enough minutes. But if she had done what she should have did in the beginning of the year, if you're gonna draft Celeste Taylor instead of Kate Martin, at least give her a chance to prove herself the worst team.
I don't know why she didn't play. I mean, even if she doesn't score a basket, putting her defense to shut down another player who's scoring would help. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you got one person. You got other people who can score. Put a defensive player in there. So she's defensive. She was defensive player of the year. That come on.
And not for the nation, but for 2 conferences, 2 years in a row. So
it's tough conferences.
Pretty darn good. And
2 tough conferences, yes.
And the little times I've seen her on the court, she looked athletic. She looked pretty quick to me. which means she can run the floor on the break. And Clark wants to run the floor quickly. And she runs the offense faster than anybody in the league. She's the second best point guard in the league. She's the best passer in the history of women's basketball. And it's not really close at this point. All right. So in sum, Coach Sides lost the game. She should be fired. I don't know why Clark didn't touch the ball with 1:07 seconds left when they have an inbound play. That the play should be to get it to Clark, and whether she shoots or not is another thing. And then in the post game, Coach Sides threw her underneath the bus, where she said, when she had the ball and she was driving down the court and she threw it to Wallace, there was 2 defenders right in front of Clark. That was the right play, not to shoot. She would have been forcing a shot. She made the right play, and she criticized her after the game. Oh, I thought Clark would have taken a shot there. You didn't want her to shoot all freaking game. And now you wanted to shoot when she's covered. She's double teaming for her.
Right.
Throw her into the bus again.
Uh-huh.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, she's got to go. She's got to go.
And all right, we have a live show tonight, Eastern time. It'll just be myself because Rob has some prior engagement, and it's going to be 7 to 8. We do it every Monday except for major holidays. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Hit that notification bell when you do. If you like this video, hit the like button. And why wouldn't you? Gave you a nice summary of the game.
Right. Come on now.
And make some intelligent, non-insulting comments. And we get all those unless some Angel Reese fan comes around and says something bad. And that's about it. All right. Otherwise, we're all positive. All right. Cool. Anyways, hey, that's our show for today. Until next time.
All right. Peace out.